So is the Numatic George really as good as it states to be, or as other people say it is? In this video, we're going to go and look at all the bits and bobs that come with the Numatic George when you buy it first, and you can make up your own minds whether you think this is the right machine for your Wetvac, extracting, or whatever the case might be. It's a 3-in-1, all-in-one machine, and for me, I've had it for about 2 years, and here's what I think about it. Welcome along to the Good Luggage channel. My name is Paddy and I am not a professional detailer, but this is a huge passion of mine. And one thing in particular that is being talked about quite a lot lately is extractors or Wetvacs or extraction machines and stuff. So I'm here to talk about my George machine, which I have for about roughly 2 years. And I want to explain a couple of things that I really do like about the machine. Obviously, it's the iconic green and black with the face on it, with George written on the front of it as well. The bits that you do get with it is you have obviously your George machine. There's a 10-meter long cable, which is ideal for, you don't have to be unplugging it and plugging it and doing all sorts of things, moving around. So there is a lot of scope for moving around a car or a vehicle. I'm going to sit down now, make it easy. Now, so inside the machine then, when you open it up, is you have obviously your motor is in your head. Then comes with this filter and a bag inside as well for obviously collecting all the debris and dirt and whatever that comes with it. So it's a 15-litre capacity machine. I'm not quite sure how big the bags are, but you get a long time out of the bags anyway. So that's the makeup of the Hoover. So it's a single machine or single motor, and it's a bit leaky now at the minute because I've been using it, but it's a single motor machine boasting nearly about 1100 watts of power, which is quite big for a Hoover, I think. I was using a Ghibli twin motor machine a while back, and this, I suppose, is probably one of the next best things to it. The fact that it is an all-in-one as well is hugely beneficial then as well, because you get your hoovering and your extracting then as well. So you get obviously your hose length then, and it comes with a crevice tool on top, and there's also obviously the extension barrel to make the crevice tool fit. It also comes with then another sort of round circular brush, which isn't too hard, but it's like kind of ideal just for agitating those little bits and stuff with the Hoover. And then it also comes with the longer flat brush then, which would be more ideal then for the likes of your parcel shelves and stuff. So those little delicate areas with a bit of carpet on them, it's a bit more, it's less abrasive or less harsh, I suppose, than going across with a crevice tool in itself. So they're the bits that you get with it. This machine is suitable for a load of different applications. So it comes with another head then as well, which is used for hard floors. So you have an agitation brush and then also a sweeper brush or like a squeegee type of brush. So when you're using the water on it, you can hoover it straight back up again, straight back into the machine. Then it also comes with the carpet extractor as well. So that's obviously will go on to the end of your longer lance, if you want to put it that way. I don't exactly know what you call it anyway, but that will go on to the end of this. It also comes with your regular normal carpet brush, but you can use it for hard floors as well. It has that brush function on it also. And then the last bit of it then is, second last bit I suppose, is you have this longer length hose. So this is the extraction hose for using with water. So you have obviously your hose pipe for the Hoover part. You have this bit here which would go into the pump section of the machine here, just goes in here. So that's obviously to feed the water down, right the way down to your extraction nozzle. And it's a very simple, obviously easy to use machine. Just press the button, it sprays the water. It also hoovers up at the same time then. You also get a clear, now this is the thing, you get a clear end or clear spout on both of them, but it's not full on clear. It's that sort of white material, I suppose. One thing that I do find is it's not, I suppose, for the people looking for those really cool Instagram photos and results and all the rest, you don't see the dirt coming up a huge amount through it, but you do see enough to know that it's obviously brown, it's dirty, or it's clear, it's clean. So, my eyes anyway, I would like that to be a little bit clearer and stuff. And then the last bit then is the last little extension then for when you're doing carpets or using the longer lance then as well. So obviously you're clicking the sprayer part on down below at the bottom, and you're clicking this part up here, and it's basically simple to use, just slides on like in, yeah. This part should just slide on anyway. There it is, so it just slides on, and then you have your water, your spray nozzle then, if you're using the longer attachment then. So there are all the bits you get with the George. Now, I have found it to be a really great machine now, I have to say. Oh yeah, there's another little bit here. The other little bit then is obviously the container for if you are doing extraction. So you take out the bag here, which you carry all the dirt, and you put this one in instead. Your clean water, your warm water goes into this one through the little spout at the top here. That sits into the machine. That's a 6 litre capacity. Then your filter goes on top of that and just sits straight back into the machine. So you have a capacity for 6 litres in this, and then you have a capacity for 6 litres in the extraction then as well, once you have it all, or once you've been extracting all the water back out again. So I just said I'd give you a bit of a run through on exactly how it works, and it's very easy to use. You just take out the bits that you were using to hoover, so it's just the filter and the bag. The bucket is then going to be used to collect all of your excess water that you take out. So you put in the clean water holder, the next filter then, throw your head back on or the motor back on with the pump in it, and then it's just simply a case of changing over the hose from the regular Hoover one to the new Extractor one, which will allow the water then to flow down to the spout then. The only kind of downside that I've noticed from using the George and when extracting, basically my process is that I spray onto the seats or onto the upholstery or whatever it may be, and I brush it then just to agitate it all, and then that's when I'm starting to use my extraction method. So even though you have 6 litres in this, and in theory you should be able to get 6 litres back into that machine, what happens is, because you're using foam and suds and shampoos and stuff like that, obviously they start filling up, and it fills up the bucket a lot more quicker than you're extracting as such, you know. So what invariably happens then is, because the bubbles are coming up so much, you think you're still going ahead with this bucket, but the bubbles and shampoo starts coming out the side. So that's a bit annoying when that does happen. Now, it doesn't cause any problems with the machine or anything like that. It's just coming out through the filter, so you're kind of dirtying up your filters then. So on the top then, you have 2 switches. You have one for your Hoover and one for your sprayer. They're just simple switches, but they're all waterproofed anyway, so that's, you know, I don't know if it makes much of a difference anyway, but at least you can be sure that it's not going to get wet, or the water isn't going to get into any of the switches or anything like that. Another issue that I have found is when I am actually extracting from carpets, so on cars, this whole contraption, or this whole section, is quite large. So when you're going along the carpets and your seats, or along the carpets and your footwells, this part here, there's no flex in that part there. So basically you're bringing it along, and you're hitting off the sides of the door sills or whatever it is. So you don't have much room to play around with. So you have to do a lot of jigging around to try and make sure that you get every bit of carpet. So I think if there was a smaller head on that, I think that would make a huge amount of difference anyway. That's just one of the things that I have noticed, but overall, like, it's very easy to use, quick connections everywhere, and I have to say it's proved very well. I think all in all, the Numatic George, it's a huge all-in-one machine, be it Hoover, be it Extractor, be it hardwood or hard floor cleaning device. I think if you're trying to, for example, if you're a mobile detailer, or even if you're just a detailer in your own shed or whatever it might be, it's quite a space saver then as well, because you have your 3-in-1 as such, so you're not carrying around your extraction machine and your Hoover then as well at the same time. There has been some other recommendations, so it's quite uncomfortable here, but there has been some other recommendations, you know, what people have been putting up on the past and on the forums, like what should you get instead of a George, or people have a George and they want to upgrade or whatever the case might be. Now, I've never tried any other machines, but people have spoken about the Bizzle Spot Pro or the Karcher Puzzy. There's a couple of other brands that are out there, but I just found for the price point of about €300 to get all of those in one, it's a space saver in one sense of the word, and then it has great suction power. It works brilliantly, and yeah, I have to say I really like it now. I mean, if you have any questions or anything like that, obviously fire them down in the comments. I can go elaborate a little bit further if you've thought of something that I haven't mentioned here already. I have had one issue with it, and that was that the pump actually went inside in the machine itself. I don't know why it was or what happened. I'm not using it overly or massively or huge amount or anything like that. I mainly use it quite a lot for the Hoover. But the pump went in it, and I thought it was originally the switch, but the pump went in it and I couldn't get any water coming out of the machine itself, but that was €130 to replace that part. So I don't know if it's a common thing or anything like that, but it has happened on my one. But once I've gotten the new one, it's back working perfectly again, and again I have no issues from that then. So I hope I've given you a little bit of an insight into the Numatic George and its capabilities. I really like the machine, but let me know your thoughts in the comments if you've used it, if you have it. What do you think of it, or what would you suggest being a better machine, or what do you use yourselves? So let us know in the comments if you can. And while you're at it, hit the subscribe button down below so you can be notified of any videos that I produce in the future. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.